Mother's Day, and my next guests have proven they know how to raise super successful, amazing kids. They are three celebrity mamas who've joined forces to help children all over the country. From Your Mom Cares, please everybody welcome Jonah Hill and Beanie Feldstein's mama, Sharon Feldstein. Adam Levine's mama, which we go back a little bit, Patsy Noah. Give it up for Patsy. And dialing in from New York, Alicia Keys' mama, Terria Joseph. Give it up for Terria. Hi. What's up, New York? How's it going there?
Woo-hoo. It's 70.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful, I love that. Well, first of all, happy Mama's Day to y'all.
Mama's Day.
You, Kelly. Thank you, thank you. Well, Terria, what does Alicia do for you for Mama's Day? Does she do anything special?
Well, you know, she always sends me flowers, but lately she had been getting me the hugest bouquets. The guy struggles up the stairs to bring them to me. I kind of put them on the side. I don't know where to, I can't even lift them up. So I had to nicely ask her, honey, I just love your flowers, but could you go a little bit smaller so I can actually carry them and put them somewhere? Yeah, look at that. Look at the paper towel. That's a big thing.
She was trying to show you how much she loves you. I was like, your daughter actually sent me the most, and it was with the sweetest message too. It was so encouraging and so thoughtful. But she sent me, it was like this beautiful big bowl of like succulents with a little statue. It was so beautiful, and like quartz and like all these things. I was very into it. It's still on my table in my living room because it's beautiful and it's big. It's beautiful. So I was like, whatever, art. Well, wait, Sharon, what about Jonah and Beanie? What do they do?
Well, Kelly, first of all, they're nice to me. Super nice on Mother's Day. Secondly, my nickname is Lord Annoying, so they don't call me that on Mother's Day. I get away with not being called Lord Annoying.
You get a...
But they always get me something with, like, mom. So Beanie got me this little mom necklace, and Jonah got me this little initial with an M, and obviously my name is Sharon, but I go with it because I love being a mom.
Oh my God, that's such
got me a little M.
A boy
so cool.
thing to do, though.
It's so
for it
cool,
to be an
though.
M for mom, because you
look,
think
it's like
was
enamel and gold. Jonah has great taste. He has exquisite taste. So it is
good.
a boy thing, though. It's yeah,
you raised a good man if he's a good present giver.
He's
that's
a
awesome.
fabulous present giver.
Yeah.
They both are.
All right. Well, Patsy, what does Adam do for you for Mama's Day?
Well, I generally get the huge flowers too, which we've all had, you know, every year asked to tone it down. We can't pick them up anymore.
Yeah.
We're getting too, you know, they're getting too heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy with a card because they're usually mushy.
Well, wait, so Patsy, when did you know he was going to be a performer? Because I actually interviewed with him several times with The Voice, and he never had like he didn't really have like a real job. He knew from very early on that he wanted to be an artist.
Well, they formed a band in junior high and high school. So that was when we were roadies bringing their, you know, instruments and equipment to shows and stuff. And we didn't really think this was going to be anything more than a hobby. But then he brought us a cassette tape of She Will Be Loved, and we looked at each other and said, I think they're going to make it.
Wow. My record executive at the time was like, he's known for like playing songs, Clive Davis, and so he was playing this song. He's like, what do you think of this song? And it was She Would Be Loved, and I was like, I think it's gonna be huge. This band is amazing. And they've done so well, and it's just they're one of my favorite people I've ever performed with too, like on the road. Yeah, so it's just kind of interesting to hear that story, like touring with someone and seeing how amazingly comfortable they are on stage, and knowing like, when did that first happen? And his was very young.
He was 14.
Yeah. I know. I was 13, but I wasn't like, I knew I wanted to sing, but I wasn't like him. Like, he was already in a band, like doing it. It's really, really cool. Well, you've joined together to make something called Your Mom Cares. Sharon and Patsy, why don't you explain, since you're right here, how it works?
We are here.
You are here.
We're right here,
Nothing
Kelly.
against you, Terria. I was just saying, she's sitting right in front of me.
So we are celebrity and influencer moms banding together for kids' mental health.
Yeah.
I call us I'm bold enough to call us the Netflix of nonprofits, because we create our own content and we fund other people's content. And two of the programs that we've created, Kelly, we're extremely proud of. One is called RX Well with the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, and it treats anxiety and depression in children. It's an app, but it's like a fancy app. It's a behavioral tool. And and it's been so successful that we're going on to phase 2, and we're going to now attach it to suicide prevention, which is very important right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like not just for kids, like that would be handy for adults. Like, right?
Well, you know what? We are focusing on kids because most people don't focus on kids and mental. You know, I can go on and on about this. But mental health is, people don't notice mental health in kids. When I used to hold up a blank piece of paper and say, "What do you see, Kelly?" You'd say nothing. That's what this little child on the playground, you see nothing. But those kids are depressed. They're anxious. They're suicidal. They have a lot of problems that we don't see, and we don't notice it, and nobody pays attention to a kid's mental health. They take them to the pediatrician and check their ears, nose, and throat and wait, but they don't say, like, how are you doing, or are you nervous, or
especially kids with, because I'm going through a divorce, especially kids going through divorce, like that's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of emotions going on. That's a lot to take on for a little one. I think kids feel everything. I think they're sponges. I think those are the people that probably feel the most.
Right, but some kids can handle that, and other kids become very anxious, very depressed, and they don't let you see it. It's invisible.
Yeah, and I think it's so important. I think especially if you catch kids at such a young age to learn good mental health. So I think that it's a really cool thing what you're doing, not only for these kids, but I honestly think that is a healthy practice for all kids.
Of course.
I think. But I want to include you, Terria. I know you're in New York, but we love you and you're here.
Oh, we love Terria.
Why did you decide to focus on kids' mental health? Was this a big thing for you specifically to tackle?
Well, you always want to have something to give back. Sharon and Patsy afforded me an opportunity to do that. My mother suffered from bipolar disorder, and I have a couple of nephews and nieces who also do. And so it's very important that we don't keep it sheltered anymore. And these kids are our future. If we don't help them, what's going to happen?
Yeah, and I think it's like our obligation at this point. We're the ones who are supposed to be molding them and helping them and showing them. And I think it's really important what y'all are doing. Want more fun stuff? I thought so. Check out these videos floating around my head. This one is really cool. I'm just saying. No pressure.